Well, I forgot to do a before we started the hike video, so I'm now doing it after we've gone about a kilometer and a half. It's been straight uphill the whole way. It's been a pretty tough hike so far. What do you think?
Yeah, really tough.
The good news is it's 1,000 meters up and 1,000 meters back down. So at least we're getting the toughest part out of the way early. It's a cloudy, cool day, but you can't tell it from looking at my shirt. You can see the difference between where the sweat is hit and where it's not. But it's going to be a fun hike. Any comments before we go across?
This is scary.
Our hike this morning has been about 1,000 meters uphill. And now we're going to cross the longest suspension bridge, I think in Switzerland, possibly in Europe. Julie's afraid of heights, so it should be an interesting walk. I'm going to keep the camera going the way across so you can experience it with us. What are you thinking, honey? Here's the view. It's very shaky. What'd you say, honey?
I said I'm looking straight ahead, so the camera's going to be telling you what to do exactly.
Okay. I would have a rambling monologue as we're crossing the bridge, but honestly, I am way out of breath. It's been a long ways up, and it looks like we still have to go up a little more before we can go down. See up the hill, you can see, I don't know if it'll show up on the camera, but you can see the houses on the very bottom of the valley. That's how far we've come up. This is pretty wild. Doing okay, honey? Huh? Any comments after we're about halfway across? I don't know if you heard that. She said scary as hell. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn off the camera for a minute because we're coming around people and it's actually considered very bad form to be recording when other people are coming, so I got to put the camera in my pocket for a minute. It was a tight squeeze getting by those people. The pathway's only maybe 2 feet wide. I'd say at this point we're about halfway across. The view is outstanding. You can really, when other people are walking, you can, as you're standing, you really feel the bridge shake. It's kind of an eerie feeling. see. It's a long ways down. Comments about 3/4 of the way across? Huh? Nothing to say, huh? I'm very proud of Julie. This has been a very rough hike, and she's kind of afraid of heights. So this is a big deal. And she's been a trooper. But I think next time when I give her the trail description to read, I think she'll read more. Am I right? Yeah, and you can see the road down there. That's how far we've climbed up this morning. It's almost over, honey. Another 100 yards and we're done. And that's how far we've come. $50 yards. You know, we can stop at the picnic table and have our fondue. Well, we made it across in one piece. Anything to add, honey?
Nope.
I don't think she enjoyed it very much. We had some fondue left over, so I'm getting ready to do fondue at our little picnic spot. Nice picnic table here to sit on this time. There's the view of the bridge we just crossed. What a trip. Wanted to give you a little taste of hiking down the hill after crossing the bridge. The trail is just as rough as going up, but it is much easier going down than going up. Having fun yet, honey? Mm-hmm. The views are still outstanding. These are certainly different than the old trails at Spring Mill State Park. You can just still make out the bridge. And I don't know if you can be able to see on the camera, but you can make out the road and the cars driving on. That's where we're hiking down to. So you can still see we climbed up a heck of a long way, and we still have a heck of a long way to go down. So that's about it from our hike. I will check in when we get down to the bottom, and hopefully we can have a beer. Well, we're not quite done with the hike. We still got to go all the way down there, but it's all over but the shouting. I would have to say this was the hardest hike we've had. What do you think, honey?
By far.
It was, like I said, the trail guide said that the trail climbed 966 meters. The problem that I see with that is we came at least 100 meters above the town before the blasted trailhead started. So I'm calling it a 1,000-meter hike. And that was 1,000 meters up across the bridge, and then it felt like 1,000 meters straight down. That was the hardest downhill climb we've had, and I think might have been the hardest downhill climb I've ever had. It was very challenging. So any last comments to make before we finish?
No, it's been beautiful weather.
Tell us how you really feel about the hike.
Glad it's almost over.
She's being very diplomatic. She was saying a few stronger words to me about 30 seconds ago.
As I was about to fall down.